to Fletcher Ward, shout out to Elgin Rogers, our state official, and everybody involved in making black media what it is today. Let's begin. Peace. Extra, extra, read all about it. The first black-owned and operated newspaper began in New York, 1827. Founded by Reverend Peter Jr. and other free black men. It was a 4-page weekly newsletter column from 1827 to 1829. It was a vital source of information for the black community, covering regional, national, and international news, as well as addressing issues like slavery and colonization. Other notable black newspapers of the 19th century include The Colored American, 1837 to 1841, The North Star, 1847 to 1860, The Frederick Douglass Paper, 1851 to 1863. Sources cited: Wikipedia, UNC Husman School of Journalism, PBS, RIP, and Boston Public Library. Notable mentions from my neck of the woods: The Sojourner Truth, Toledo, Ohio, publisher and editor Fletcher Ward, and the Toledo Journal, publisher Sandra Stewart and editor Myron Stewart. Final Call, publisher and editor the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the Bronze Raven, created and published by Richard Belcher, 1953 to 1976. As we continue our journey down black media in this beautiful country we live in, I would like to bring up Max Robinson, who was the first African-American broadcast network news anchor in the United States, co-anchoring ABC's World News Tonight from 1978 to 1983, the year I was born. But we can't just talk about those that we see on our screens or read newspapers. See, black media encompasses all forms, yes, all forms of media and radio, which Jack L. Cooper, born in 1888, is widely considered the first African-American radio host in the United States, making history as a radio announcer and the undisputed patriarch of black radio. Notable mentions from my neck of the woods: Charles Welch, AKA Charlie Chuck, started the Juice 107.3 WJUC and entered into history books by becoming the first African American in Ohio to start a radio station from the ground up. Sources cited: Wikipedia, Civic Media, Radio.co, and MLB.com. My generation, yes, my generation subscribed to magazines. The first black-owned magazine was The Crisis, founded in 1910 by W.E.B. Du Bois as the official publication of the NAACP. A short history from those in my area and mentioned in just a few more of these publications: The Crisis, 1910 to 2011. Focused on civil rights, history, politics, and culture, aiming to educate and challenge readers on issues affecting African Americans. Ebony, 1945, founded by John H. Johnson. Ebony was a glossy pictorial magazine patterned after Life magazine, but tailored for black audiences. It highlighted the accomplishments and positive news of black people, providing a platform for black representation in a world oversaturated with stereotypes. Jet, 1951, also founded by John H. Johnson. Jet was a weekly magazine that offered entertainment and national news coverage. Notable mentions from my neck of the woods: Rapper's Delight, Toledo, Ohio. Publisher and editor Terry Scott. Starworth magazine. Publisher and editor Stacy Fowler. Finally, I want to leave you off with black radio stations, since they have the foundation of getting media out to the world and the masses. As of October 2021, NABA reports there are 221 black-owned radio stations, including 117 FM and 103 AM stations. These are just a few of those stations. Weird, W-E-R-D, Atlanta, Georgia, considered the first radio station owned and programmed by African Americans, established in 1949. WGPR, Detroit, Michigan, Detroit's first black-owned FM radio station, now known as Hot 107.5. KPRS, Kansas City, Missouri, the oldest black-owned and operated radio station in the United States, founded in 1950. Notable mentions from my neck of the woods, The Juice, 107.3 WJCE. Sources cited Wikipedia, Jacksonville Free Press, Toledo Blade, and Atlanta Magazine. And thank you for taking the time to listen to me or read about these moments in Black history. And I hope you do the research for these names you might be unfamiliar with. But I would be remiss if I did not mention Frank Wright, owner and operator of Power 109.9 Flip and Flex Radio, where I started my career in entertainment on a show called Cast Off, being who you are even when it's unpopular. Writer and editor, Jodie L. Summers.
Wow.